Hi, everyone. I hope you're all safe and healthy and being active out there, as it's been a little while we've been out of the gym. Hopefully you've found some ways to stay active, get moving, burn some calories. I know a lot of us are sitting at home basically almost all day. So hopefully you found some things that work for you to continue moving and burning some calories. So as I've mentioned in some of the other videos, there's only so many body weight exercises we can do. So again, I'm going to try and give you some variety here in how we complete the workout for this video. So what we're going to be doing is our supersets, which again are 2 exercises, one directly into the second. Now, what we're going to do for these, we have 4 supersets coming at you, 3 sets of each. At the end of each one, we're going to incorporate push-ups and a plank. So don't worry, as we're going through it, I'm going to walk you all through it. But, for example, you're going to do the first exercise directly into the second. You're going to get a short rest. Then we're going to repeat that a second time. Exercise 1 directly into the second, a short rest, and then exercise 1 directly into the second for our third set. Right when that's done, we're going to go into some push-ups and then a plank, and then we're going to get a longer rest. So like I said, I'm going to walk you guys through it as we're doing it. Don't worry. Again, at some points, you are going to be pausing, as I'm only going to do 1 set of each superset. So you will have to pause it at certain points and then then play to get it going again. But I'll tell you guys when to pause, everything like that. So let's get you all rocking here. So again, you should already be warmed up, ready to go, whether it's the 30-minute cardio session or at least 10 minutes to get the muscles warmed up to prevent injury. So the first one here, we're going to go with 2 leg exercises. We're going to be doing alternating reverse lunges directly into squats. Now, we're going to be starting off at higher reps, and each time we repeat, we're going to lower the reps. So for the first one, again, alternating reverse lunges directly into squats. We're going to be doing 20 each on the lunges here, directly into 20 squats. So, as always, when we do our reverse lunges, we're taking a nice big step backwards, down, and driving through that heel, and we're alternating legs. Big step back, down, drive through that front foot through the heel. The heel is doing all the pushing here, back and up, back and up. Now, again, we're going 20 each leg here. So 40 total reps. We're getting those legs fired up, starting off strong here. Boom. Now again, if you did want to hold weights, you could always hold a weight up top or 2 weights down to the side. But we're going high rep numbers for today to start. Haven't been counting, but again, we're going to go for 40 total reverse lunges, 20 each leg. Now, at the end of that, we're going to go right into our squats, where we're sitting our hips back, driving through the heels. Hips back, drive through the heels. Back, drive through the heels. Back, and up. Again, if you wanted to hold on to weights, you could hold on to 1 up in front here. If you are holding on to 2, you could always have them to the outsides of your legs, to the insides of your legs, whatever works. But let's make sure we're trying to drop it nice and low in that squat. As we come up, we're not locking the knees out. We're going to come up almost all the way, but there should always be a slight bend in the knees. Now, when we finish that 20, you're going to rest there. You're going to rest no more than 30 seconds, and then we're going to repeat it. Now, the second time you do this, we're going to go 15 each leg on the reverse lunges. So 30 total, directly into 15 squats. And then again, you're going to rest 30 seconds, and then you're going to do 10 each leg, 20 total lunges, and then 10 squats. So again, 40 lunges, 20 squats is set 1, 30 lunges and 15 squats is set 2, 20 lunges and 10 squats is set 3. Now, while you're doing those other sets, you can pause this. Otherwise, when you finish set 3, before we get a longer rest, we're going into push-ups and then a plank. For the push-ups, we're doing push-ups up top. As always, we want our hands at a comfortable width. Up on the feet, core is engaged, trying to come down and up, down and up, not letting the elbows flare out too much. We're keeping the core engaged. Now on the first set here, we're going for 20 push-ups. 20 push-ups, dropping it low, driving through. 20 of them here. Now again, right when you're done with those push-ups, have a phone, a timer, something nearby. We're going directly into a plank. We're on our forearms, up on the feet. Hips are nice and even with the body. We're keeping the core engaged. I have my shoulders over the elbows. And we're going for a minute on our plank here. A minute on the plank. So even if you have someone else time you, find a way to time yourself. I don't trust any of your seconds because everyone's self 1 minute is always faster than an actually timed minute. So at the end of those push-ups and the plank, then you're gonna get a nice long rest, about 1 to 2 minutes. I'm gonna really try and recover there before we move on to our next superset. So again, if you need to pause it, go ahead, but you should have at this point completed 3 sets of the lunges and squats, and then 20 push-ups, and then a 1 minute plank. So again, 1 to 2 minute rest. And then we are going to move on to an ab superset. So again, on this one, we're gonna be decreasing the reps as we go. We're doing that for all 4 of our supersets here. We're gonna do 1 set higher reps, 2nd set lower, 3rd set lower. But again, you should be doing exercise 1 directly into exercise 2, 30 seconds of rest. Do it again, 30 seconds of rest, do it again, and then we're doing push-ups and plank before we get a longer rest. So, the first ab superset we're gonna do here is gonna be for the lower abs and our obliques. So, first one is gonna be our flutter kicks. What I want everyone to do is have their head and shoulders down on the floor, down on your mat, whatever you're using. And our arms are just out to the side here. If you need some extra support for your back, you can bring them under your bottom, but we're keeping the arms nice and straight. I don't want to be all the way up here where they're under my lower back. I want them kind of under the bottom of my bottom here. Now again, head and shoulders down. Our feet are up, no more than 6 inches off the ground. And from there, we're doing flutter kicks. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're keeping it nice, slow, under control here, going all the way to 40. It's going to be 20 each leg, 40 total kicks. Now again, I want you to keep these low. We don't want to be up here. This isn't doing as much. We want the tough resistance. Again, the first one should be a little tougher. We're going higher reps on the first set. The next 2 will be lower, but for now we're going for 40. If you can, try and keep those toes pointed nice and high as you're going through this. 40 total reps on the flutter kicks. We're going to bring those feet down and go directly into our twisting crunches here. So we're simulating a normal crunch. All we're doing is getting a little twist to it at the top. Again, remember, a crunch is not a full sit-up. We're not going all the way up. We're just coming enough off the floor to engage the abs. My shoulder's gonna come up, but not my lower back. My lower back will stay on the floor. I'm gonna go 10 one direction, right into 10 the other direction. So it'll be 20 total crunches here. That number is gonna stay the same throughout. The flutters will reduce, but regardless right now, we're going 10 each side on our twisting crunches here. So, right when we're done with that, we're gonna get a nice 30-second rest, and then we're gonna repeat it. For the second set, our flutter kicks is gonna be 30 total, so 15 each leg, directly into 20 crunches again, 10 each side. Then we're gonna get another 30-second rest, and we're repeating it a third time, 20 total flutter kicks, 10 each leg, and then 20 more crunches, 10 each side. Again, if you need to pause this, you can. Otherwise, when you finish your third set, we're going back to push-ups and plank. We're also gonna reduce the number here. So, as we get back here, so again, we've finished our third set of the flutter kicks and the twisting crunches, we're going right into push-ups and then a plank. This time on the push-ups, we're going for 15. Again, same form cues, we're keeping the core engaged, staying nice in line, no butt up in the air, no hips down too low, keeping everything engaged. Now again, I know these numbers are a little high for some of us. If you need a break, take a break. I want all these push-ups to be up on top. We're only throwing this upper body exercise in after each of these supersets, so I want you guys to try and get the most out of it. If you're not as good as push-ups and you have to do these in increments of 5, I would rather you do that as opposed to going to the knees. Just for this workout, I know in some of the other workouts, I said go to your knees if it's tough. For this one, I want everyone to stay up top for all the push-ups. So again, we're gonna go 15 this time for the push-ups, and we're dropping it right back down into a plank. And this time, we're going for 50 seconds on our plank. 50, not 15. 50 seconds on the plank. So again, we're lowering the numbers for this as well. 15 on the push-ups, 50 seconds on our plank. Again, if you need to take some rest, pause the video, whatever you have to do, go ahead, do that. Otherwise, at this point is when you're gonna get 1 minute to 2 minutes of rest before we move on to the next superset. So again, you've completed now the first superset. The second one, we did the flutter kicks and twisting crunches, and then another round of push-ups and another round of planks. So we've finished 2 supersets, 2 rounds of push-ups and plank. The third one here, back to legs. This one is going to be our split squats and sumo squats. So split squats, lunge position. It's called the Bulgarian split squat when we have our foot up with this like we did in the last video. For this one, we're keeping our feet on the floor. But again, like the other supersets, we're gonna start off high reps. Each set we come back, we are reducing the reps. So, always start off with our weaker leg in front. We have a nice big split position because just like our stepping lunges, whether it's forward and back, we want a nice angle here with our leg. We don't want that knee all the way up front there where we come out onto our toe. So when I get set up, I want a nice big split position. Here, I'm keeping my chest up. You can use your hands to help balance, whether they're up here, down to your side, out, whatever helps you balance. But we're holding this position as we go down and up. We're driving through the front foot through the heel. Now, what I tell almost all of you when we do these, I want you to think of on your back foot, you're just on your toes here. A lot of times people have their heel down, and that's gonna restrict our movement. You are not gonna be able to get low in this if your heel is down. I can't even like pretend to go down in this if my heel is down, or even if I'm like fighting it as I come down, it's awkward. Get up onto your toes here. They're just helping us balance as we're going down and up. My front foot's doing all the work anyways. I don't need that back foot to do the pushing, it's helping balance. What I say to people sometimes is try to imagine you're doing this without your foot on the floor. That's the mental process to this, to try and really drive through that front foot through the heel. So just like the lunges we did, we're gonna go for 20 each leg here. So again, obviously this time it's one leg first, then the other one, but you're gonna go 20 on your weaker leg, moving on to our stronger leg. So again, the weaker leg would be in front in that case. Now we're onto our stronger leg in front, and again we're going 20. So on these as we're coming up, make sure, again, we're not locking that knee out. Not only do we never want to lock the knee out because we don't want to put all that pressure on the joint, but that's going to help keep the legs active, and it's going to keep us from rocking back and forward here. This should be a completely vertical movement, down and up, down and up, driving through that front foot through the heel. So again, it's 20 each leg. Right when we're done with that, we're going into our sumo squats. Feet are nice and wide, toes are pointed out. You guys don't have to be all the way like this. A lot of times this is gonna restrict our range of motion. Already in sumo squats, we're not gonna be able to get as low. When the toes are pointed out, all the way out, a lot of times it's gonna restrict us even more. So they're pointed out a little bit, but not all the way out to the side. Kind of at an angle here, chest up tall, dropping down, driving through those heels. And again, as always, we're not locking the knees out. And make sure on these, we're sitting those hips back. Again, a lot of times when we go to the sumo squats, because it is a little bit different, a lot of times I'll see people's legs come forward like that, or the knees come in because it's a little more awkward. Keep those knees pointed out, and we're sitting the hips back. Again, on this first one here, we're going for 20 reps. 20 on the squats. So we did 20 each leg on those split squats, and then we're going 20 on the sumo squats. After that, we're getting a 30-second rest, and then we're repeating. Just like we did the other leg set, it's gonna go to 15 each leg, 15 on the weaker leg, 15 on the stronger leg, so 30 total here, and then 15 on the sumo squats. And again, I want a quick 30-second rest. We're going into a third set, 10 each leg, and then 10 sumo squats. So that would be 3 sets there. Again, if you need to pause the video, go ahead, pause the video, complete your 3 sets, short rest in between. Otherwise, right at the end of the 10 each leg and the 10 squats, we're going back for more push-ups and plank. This time again on the push-ups and plank, we're reducing the number. First on our push-ups, we're going 10. Again, I know not all of us are able to get 10 straight push-ups without stopping, but try to give me what you can. And again, I want all these push-ups up top here, not from the knees. Try and get all of them, even if you have to do it in increments of 5. Again, I want you to try and get them all up top. So we're going 10 push-ups directly into another plank. This time, 40 seconds on the plank. So we've reduced the number by 10 seconds each time we come back to the plank. This time, 40 seconds on our plank, and then we get our longer rest. So, superset number 3, we have the split squats, and then the sumo squats, and then another round of push-ups and plank. So you've now completed 3 supersets, as well as 3 rounds of push-ups and plank. We get that nice 1 to 2 minute rest, and we're coming into superset number 4 now. Number 4 here is going to be abs again. So we are going obliques and our upper abs. So first one here, we're going with our Russian twist. So I want us all to do this with our feet up to incorporate some extra balance today. Sometimes, especially for those of you that work out with me in the morning, sometimes I have people put their feet down. Sometimes I have you put them up. They have their different benefits. For today, we're gonna do it with feet up, unless our balance is not good enough or it bothers your back too much. Otherwise, just go ahead with the feet down. But as with the other ones, we're gonna start off higher reps and reduce our numbers each set. First set here, feet in the air. You don't have to cross them, you can do this. I just prefer to. We're touching the floor here. Touch the floor, get those shoulders across. Shoulders across. Sometimes I see people do it this way. Yeah, we're still working our core, but not as much. Get those shoulders across, really work the obliques in with that twist. Imagine you are holding 2 small weights in your hands and you're touching those weights to the floor. We're going for 20 each side, 40 total twists here. Side to side, side to side, 40 total twists, 20 each side depending on how you count it. 1, 2, 3, you're going to 20, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to 40. 40 total twists. Right when those twists are done, we're lying down, head and shoulders on the ground, feet are up again. You can also cross them here. Again, you don't have to. For me, I just prefer it. From there, we're going into 20 crunches. Like I've told you in the other videos, there's 2 ways I would like you guys to have your hands, either across your chest here or behind our head. And again, if they are behind our head, we're not pulling on our neck, it's to support our neck. A lot of times people do this and they pull, and that's going to do the opposite effect of having them behind our head. Last thing I want you guys to think about on the crunch is we don't want the legs to move. If as I'm doing this, the legs are moving, most likely using momentum, I'm not keeping everything nice, tight, engaged. like we want it, nice and slow without the legs moving. Keeping it under control. 20 on the crunches there. 30-second rest. Second set, we're going 15 each side on the twists, 30 total, and then 15 crunches. Then we have another 30-second rest, 10 each side on the twists, 20 total, and then 10 on the crunches. That would be 3 sets there. Right when we're done with the 3 there, you guessed it, push-ups and plank. Last one here, push-ups, 5 of them. 5 nice push-ups. Again, we've decreased the number each time. We're only going for 5 here, 4 and 5, and then a 30-second plank. Once again, we're decreasing our time here for our plank, and we're holding this for 30 seconds. All right? Again, if you need to pause, go ahead, but you've now completed 4 supersets. At the end of each superset, you've done push-ups and a plank. All right? So that's the workout for today. Again, if you need any modifications, let me know. I'm more than happy to give you guys them, especially we have 2 of these leg exercises that do incorporate more difficult exercises with that split position. It is tougher a lot of times for people with the knee injuries. Anytime we're doing a single leg exercise, it is going to be a little tougher. So if you need the modifications, let me know. Otherwise, let me know how the video is, and I will see you all soon.